don't know if I'm going to post this video because this one is more of an internal thing. Interesting, I'm losing my voice. So I was talking to my ex-husband last night for over an hour, just trying to come to terms or figure out how to do custody now that I'm back in the state. I've been gone for over a year out of this state I'm in to another state, but my son came with me because the situation with my ex was so volatile and abusive that he didn't want to go back. But now that I'm back, and during that time, my ex never saw my son once. Never asked where he was, never asked to come see him, never spent the time, energy, or money to attempt to. But now that I'm back here, I came back here on my own with him. Now that I'm back here, now all of a sudden he wants 50-50 custody and wants my son to do whatever he wants him to do. And it's all because of money, because he doesn't want to pay me child support. And he hasn't paid me child support or any support for over a year. So I don't care. I'll figure it out. It's just amazing to me, this energy. But it also catapulted me into a whole nother level of awareness. So I'm grateful for that. See, one of my goals, actually my main goal here, was to dissolve the ego. Now, when I say ego, I know there's different definitions of that, but let me describe what I see or what I'm working on. You do you, of course. This ego that I see in the universe, and I don't particularly reside just here in the material plane. I'm a multidimensional being, and I have access to all realms and all dimensions. And I've been working in the greater mind, the superconscious and the subconscious mind, the supercomputer, not just the conscious mind and the subconscious mind of this form, but of my greater self, who holds a lot of memory, a lot of space, and a lot of programming and conditioning. So the egos that I've experienced are toxic, very toxic. There's two of them, and I've talked about this before over and over and over again, because I do believe that these two egos are viruses. They're viruses in the system that created its downfall and put it into a repetitive cycle of hell. A hell loop is what it was, both internally and externally. And these two egos, these two toxic egos, are the predator and the victim. And this played out to me, and I realized last night, into two individuals. One was my ex-husband, who is the predator, who is the narcissistic, pathological liar, sociopath, who is very volatile, very abusive, very toxic. But he did teach me that I did not want that energy anymore. He was put in my life for just that, including my father and many other masculines. My father was the same way, very toxic. But the other side of that coin is the feminine toxicity, which is the victim. Because what I noticed last night as I went in further into the feminine victim ego, there was an individual in my life, a female who is a spiritualist. She's pretty well known. She is, I've gone to a couple of her events and a retreat. I thought that she was or had good intentions, just like my ex-husband. But then once I started to go deeper into the energy and look at what she's doing, she's actually using her powers and abilities, just like my ex-husband did, to entrap people further into the victim mentality, the victim energy. She feeds off of people. And this is what I noticed with a lot of these toxic energies, these, well, that's it, just toxic energies. They can't support themselves. They have no attachment to God or source. They use other people for their source, and they create a web. They create a web by connecting to other people through connections, through tubes, and then they feed off of them. And she did this to me. I mean, I cut it off pretty quickly. It's been years, but I didn't realize how much she had infiltrated my system and how much she was siphoning off of me. And then how much she was copycatting me, wanting to be me. I don't like that energy, by the way. That is so ingenuous. But anyway, now I've been working on dismantling this feminine toxic ego, understanding both of them. And this is not at a human level. This is at a bigger level, because my bigger self wants nothing to do with this toxic energy ever again. We want to eliminate it. Just like we want to eliminate viruses, I'm eliminating and want to eliminate the virus in the system, because it's what causes this system to be what it is today. Because my goal, my vision, which I've had for years, is about to come to fruition once I get through this, which is this universe was meant to be created in love. Not a love that we here as humans think love, because that love is twisted. This is a pure, divine love that no one has ever experienced. And when a masculine and a feminine come together, especially a powerful one, and they recreate the universe in love, or they recreate in love, it's like an atomic bomb. And it recreates everything. And it sets in motion others to do the same thing. That's the vision. That's the new earth. That's the new way. That's the new universe. And it's not new. Well, it is new. It was meant to be this way the whole time. But unfortunately, toxicity, the virus kicked in. But that virus is about to be completely eliminated. And then it's time for the new earth, the new way. Many blessings to you. I'm sending you so much love. This is an internal thing you're going through, and it is an external. It's happening here in this petri dish called Earth. It's also happening in the bigger space before time, before material plane. They're working together in one until they come together, and it's done. Have a great day.